Welcome back. Over the last few weeks, we have talked about setting your expectations for this holiday season. Then we talked about gathering the key ingredients by eliminating the non-essentials so that you can focus on the essentials. Today, we're going to wrap that up by talking about creating margin for your holiday season. What is margin and how do you build it into your life? Margin is space, plain and simple. When we build margin into our days and in our life, we have space to maneuver when things don't go as planned. The flip side of that is when we don't have any margin and everything we do in life is backed up to the very next thing. In this scenario, all it takes is one appointment or one project to go over 1 minute past the deadline, and it creates a domino effect for everything that follows. You're off your mark and you spend every day in crisis management. Listen, when you're always juggling and in crisis management, it is not only unhealthy for your life, but it also creates situations of unhealthiness in your relationships, your finances, your health and self-care, your business or career, and your mental capacity. So what would a table with no margin look like? Imagine setting a table for the holiday season where you just kind of throw everything on the table and expect people to sit down with their plates in their lap and have an enjoyable meal. But that's not going to happen. There's no space for people to be there, and you're not going to enjoy that. Now, let's look at what setting a table with margin looks like. The first item on the table is going to be the place settings of those who will be joining you at the table. They are the core ingredient, and without them, you will experience your first crisis. From there, you stand back and observe the layout and determine how much room is left and what needs to go next. Setting the table where there is margin takes the process of layering and observing, all the while making sure you have space between everything so nothing runs over each other. You never pack a table and you never pack your schedule. So let's look at the holiday season and do the same thing. And I'm going to use myself as an example, okay? Now that I know what my expectations are for this season and the key ingredients to my holiday season, let's start building my own personal table or calendar. For me, the first thing that is set on my table or in my calendar are my morning rituals. Reading the Bible, prayer, a cup of coffee, waking up, getting acclimated to the day. Then I add my personal health and self-care. You know, those things, those appointments that allow me to take care of myself, whether it's exercise, things like that. Then I block out travel time for this season and the fun activities I want to do during this season, like movies, shopping, decorating, cooking, etc. And then I fill in outside events like Christmas parties that I want to go to and be a part of. And here's the thing, not all of them make it on my list. Then I look at my schedule and I look to see how much space I have with everything that's important to me, those key ingredients. Can I add more? Do I even want to add more? So to recap, I start to fill in those key ingredients that are most important to me, always ensuring though that I have enough space or margin before and after an appointment or event in case something happens. I also make sure that I have enough space if I need to move something around so that it doesn't put me in a position of being overwhelmed. Just to be clear, I do not start with what everybody else wants me to do or expects me to do this holiday season. I start with what is important to me, and part of that is health and self-care, downtime, and fun with my family. Then I start to fill in the other key ingredients, always making sure that I have enough margin on each side so it doesn't get so tight. Now, I'd like to answer a couple of questions that have always come up when I have this conversation, okay? So the first question was posed to me, Christi, what do I do when someone invites me to an event or an outing and I know I should say no, but I don't want to disappoint them? But the thing is, I have so many things already on my list and schedule, and it's going to really crunch me with time. So my answer is, first, your yes should never be an obligation. And there is a way to gracefully say no, and it would sound something like this. I really appreciate your invitation. It means a lot to me. Though I don't want to disappoint you, I know that you understand how many things can get on a person's schedule during this season, and I am at my max. Thanks again, though. And you can leave out the I don't want to disappoint you piece, and it would still sound the same. Another question I get asked is, isn't it selfish to put yourself first? My answer to that is, it is very selfish to put everyone else first and think you're going to be okay with crumbs and be at your best. Putting your emotional, mental, and physical self needs first and recognizing your limitations is not selfish. It is actually serving those around you because they get the best version of you because you invest in yourself. Listen, don't forget to download the mini journal and walk through setting your table for a mentally lighter holiday season. Thanks.